Welcome back,
Yep.
everyone.
Right.
We're here today to do the unthinkable. Please don't hate us in the comments. Please. We're not doing this for fun. We're doing this to be serious, okay? We're being
Like,
honest. As you can see, the tiers are S plus and up. Okay?
There's nothing
It's
below
not-
that,
There's nothing below
Exactly.
that. Don't hate
they're
us.
all great.
which means all the songs are good
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
there we go.
better.
What we're here to do, what we're here doing today is to kind of give them our rankings, all three of us. We're gonna try to critique them, be honest, give honest feedback, like what we like about them. With that said, we'll get started with the first track, Tippy Toes. All right, fanboy, you want to
Oh,
start
oh,
off?
me? Oh
Just
boy.
you. Just you.
Okay. Tippy Toes. What can I say about Tippy Toes? Ah, ta 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 ta. Whew. If I'm being completely honest, right? They're all great songs. Okay. Did we say that they're all great? Okay. But Tippy Toes is a great song, but it did not really keep me on my tippy toes. And I like the song. The music video is okay, but comparing them to all the other songs that are about to come up, I gotta be honest, Tippy Toes is a S for me. And that's just prefacing that with just the songs that are coming up are just like the tracks and the music video, in my opinion, are just better, right? For my opinion, and it's not to say that Tippy Toes is a bad song, but like, for their first track, it's okay. But I see Tippy Toes and Mascara as like, as a person that is newly introduced to K-pop and that type of music in general, a song like Tippy Toes and a little bit of Mascara is what I think about when somebody says that they listen to K-pop in that vein. And so knowing what's coming, the music videos and the tracks that are coming up after Tippy Toes is just S for me. For me. Please don't hate me. Please.
So,
Please, no, it hurts.
based on that, would you say that like, are you a big fan of the K-pop sound, or is the K-pop song sound like a detriment to you?
Um, it's not that it's a detriment because I mess with it, but XG is just special in how they like are able to take from different genres and make it them their own. And
Mhm.
I don't feel like they executed on that as much for Tippy Toes, right? Tippy Toes, I think you can clearly put it in like, oh, this is like a K-pop sound. Like this is a K-pop type of track, and the tracks that are coming up after Tippy Toes. Like, I started off with Shooting Star and Left Right, so I was kind of spoiled in that sense. And then they went
Yeah.
into Girl Gang and all of them, right, from New DNA. So I was kind of spoiled in that sense. And then when I went back to Tippy Toes and Mascara, I was like, oh, oh, like they're good, but like I was already spoiled with the tracks that I heard before, right?
Mhm.
So very commendable first debut, but I'm glad I got in when I got in. I'd say I'd probably have a different experience if I listened to Tippy Toes or Mascara first for sure. But in the same respect, if I had known they came from Tippy Toes and Mascara to do what they do, then I'm like, wow,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the evolution of XG is like clear
Yeah.
from I'll put Tippy Toes and Mascara and beyond from there. So yeah, I'm so proud they grew up so fast. Oh my god! But yeah, don't hate me. It's S comparatively, right? If we were talking Tippy Toes outside of just XG, like the universe that they build, it would be higher. But like comparing it to
Yeah.
themselves, like what can you do? You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So also for the comments, you would want the later songs to be better than the previous songs anyway. So take that,
Exactly.
There you go.
commenters.
There you go.
Come
Exactly.
on. Don't hate me.
Yeah. So
All right.
I was about to touch that same subject too. Like if I were to listen to actually the first time, if it was Tippy Toes, it would have been S for me. But from the knowledge of what came first, after diving into XG, you know, Tippy Toes wasn't supposed to be like their debut song. It was supposed to be like Mascara, right?
Hmm.
So Tippy Toes like was strategically put in a way that, you know, it's literally like stay on your feet, right? Like it's something big is gonna happen in the future. So knowing that is it's more of like a sleeper.
Hmm.
You know, it's more of a sleeper hit
Yeah.
once you kind of understand that. So for me, that's a S plus. You know, and like going back to the song, if I listen to it again, you know, they only performed that song once live, and
And
that
that was
first
in
song
New
they
York, right?
in New York, yeah, in New York, you know, you had to be there, right, fanboy? And
Dude, was it there?
but but yeah, man, like when they played that song, you know, I mean, they didn't start off from the floor like they did in the music video, but they came out with, you know, the glossy like suits and stuff. You know, they had like the diamonds on like on their suits. It's crazy. You know, they just went straight to that song, and they took it. They took that whole solo part of the song into like a huge like performance, just like from the music video. So more from more more of them performing the song rather than just listening to it itself. It was actually really, really good. And I hope
Mhm.
they play that song again live.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
those bars, they had bars, man. They first started off with Maya, you know? And then when Harvey came in,
Harvey's part is a
you know,
good part in that
that
song.
was like my favorite
Iconic,
part, man.
iconic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And then like Coconut came in, and after that, Juria started with her flow too. It's like it's really cool. But I would also put it back down S tier because Hinata doesn't have really like any, you know, lines. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So for me, it's like it's a you know it's a bounce back and forth between S plus because of how they execute it, and back to S because you know you don't really get to see all of them first.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I'm in that same boat where like I want to give it an S plus. I want to, but Hinata doesn't really have like actual lyrics in the song. She's got a lot of glam shots in the video. Honestly, the video is like really good. The choreo is like really good. Choreo is like
Yeah.
hard choreo too. So like
Hmm.
it's like actual like choreo where like if
Yeah.
you were trying to sing on that track, it would be difficult. So for them to like start with this track and then try to perform in it, it makes sense to why they're not doing it that often either.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I would probably bring it back down to S tier as well. I think it's a good step in the right direction for a debut track. But it also might not pull in like the biggest audience. It's not like a safe track per
Yeah.
se. I think some people would say it's a safe track. It might be too safe in some aspects.
For me, yeah. I think for me, it's
Yeah.
like in when it comes to like them debuting and stuff. I think it was the way I saw it. It was like it's a warning.
Yeah, it's a warning,
Like he's like, hey, we're here,
warning
and
shot.
just
Keep
just
you on your
just
tippy
just
toes.
yeah, just get ready because get ready for the next one, right?
It's a pre debut track.
Yeah,
Technically, yeah, I mean it is.
yeah.
Um,
If you think about it, but yeah.
so
Onto mascara.
yeah, the supposed real debut track.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fanboy, where are we playing this?
For me, I see Tippy Toes and Mascara in the same vein. However, Mascara is just, in my personal opinion, is just a better song and a better music video for sure, right? If I could have it my way, Mascara would be an S plus plus because the sweet time that Hinata got. Yes. Yes. I was gonna be coy before, but no, listen, as a Hinata bias, Mascara like she does it, she kills it over there, and
There
you
you
guys
go.
gotta understand. For me personally, it's S plus plus. It is as a person that's not too familiar with K-pop. If you told me that Mascara was like a traditional K-pop song, I think it has those elements of what like the what current K-pop sounded like at the time. I think of Mascara as like, oh, I can put that on, and then probably any Blackpink song could come after it in a playlist, and it would make sense, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But overall, as far as if we're comparing just XG to their music videos and tracks, Mascara is better, in my opinion, than Tippy Toes. So I got to put it at the S plus plus. Shout out to Hinata Biases. Stand strong. What
AJ,
do
what are
you
your
guys think?
thoughts?
I would. I think I would put it S plus just because
Hmm.
it
Because you
just
hate
didn't.
Hinata, got you. Mm.
No,
Mm.
no, 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 no.
He's like,
No,
no, Chisa didn't get as many lines because Hinata got lines.
no, no. She killed it. She killed it in that part
Yeah, she
too.
actually did.
But what do you call it? It's like the sound wasn't very new to me. You know,
Yeah.
because when I think about K-pop, and this is around the time where I didn't really listen too much of K-pop, like current K-pop, right? It was more of like being loud. You know, it was like more of like we're gonna play this in a concert and everyone's just gonna sing along to it. No one's really gonna pay attention too much about like the
The actual,
choreo
yeah.
and actual stuff, right? It's all about the hype. So that's what the song felt to me. But at the same time, it's like I don't know, it just wasn't like my type of song.
Mhm. And that's fine, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, that's totally
Everyone
fine.
listening,
Yeah,
that is perfectly fine to not
yeah,
Perfectly
vibe with
fine.
the song and still be
yeah.
a fan.
But I'll tell you though, like I'll tell you what though, when I was in, I was listening to the song. This what happened after they performed Tippy Toes in New York, right? And I was surrounded by people who don't even know XG, right? When that song came out, it was loud. People were getting loud, except for like some of the people be like next to me that were in front of me that didn't go there for XG, right? I was saying the song like word for word, like loud as hell. Like, you know, I
Mess
was like,
with my
"Oh yeah,
mascara.
MASCARA gang!"
Uh,
Like I was doing that,
oh
right?
wow.
And the dude next to me was like, "What the? Who are you?" Like he's like, "How do you know these words and stuff?" Right? I'm like,
They're
dude,
in
like, come
English.
on. Yeah, they're in English, straight up English, right? But that's like, that's like one of my favorite parts of the song, by the way. And like, it was really cool. It's really cool, but
Hmm.
I just wouldn't put it like above like S plus, just
Hmm.
because there's better songs in the future.
Yeah. And if we didn't
Yeah.
know about the songs, I would agree with you. Um,
Agreed.
I would probably say I would bring it down to S plus. Mainly because like you said, like it's not like a song that like everyone vibes with all the time. It is
Mm-hmm.
like a catchy song, which is really good, and that's kind of what you want with like a debut track. Um,
Mm-hmm.
which it's not their debut track, but it was supposed to be from like the extra extra. Um, I think for me, like the visuals and stuff in the video were really good. The music video I thought was overall kind of expected in a way. Like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't take a lot of risk or anything like that. But at the same time it was like good, you know. The chorus itself was pretty catchy. Like don't mess with my mascara.
Mm.
And then like like there's like the behind the scenes like mascara, like that part. Like you had to say it a certain way. So I thought it's definitely better than Tippy Toes for sure. Mainly like fanboy said like Hinata has lines. um, I would actually say the Tippy Toes choreo I prefer to Mascara,
Mm-hmm.
but overall I think Mascara is better. Yeah. All
Fair.
right.
All right.
Let's go. Let's
Moving
go ahead and
on
put the next
to
two together.
Come
yeah,
on.
Let's put these
it's the
next two together.
inevitable,
You already know where they belong. Come on.
Yeah, shooting star and left right, right?
There it
So
is.
for me, shooting star and left right is just that's their whole like that's the whole thing. That's what actually is from with the majority of us like while we're here.
Hmm.
Right.
Right. So this is the song that like this is my number one song personally, just because it's a whole like testament of them just saying like practice what they preach. They every single word that they say in that song is what they did throughout 2023.
Hmm.
And
No days
yeah,
off.
and there's no days off, you
They,
know?
they need a break. Holy shit. Really.
Yeah, but it really
Uh,
shows. It really shows because when I first saw that video, right, and then that's what got me to actually from the jump. It wasn't even the music video; it was the live stage one,
Hmm.
right? And the fact that the song just starts off as I guess a banger, and then it just did the whole switch up to the
Hmm.
R&B part of it, and then Chisuk starts coming in with the vocals. That's what got me in because when I was listening to the lyrics, it was like if I give it my all, will it pay off, right?
Hmm.
And fast forward to where they are right now, it's just you know it's true.
It's
Like they're
such a
authentic, they're
hype song,
legit.
man. It's
It's
such
very
a
hype.
hype.
I
It
I don't think I
is.
can ever get tired.
It's
yeah.
in
Yeah,
my workout track list, like always. Like it has to
yeah.
be on there at some point, and those are the biggest pumps, man. like, like
Yeah,
No days off.
Yeah,
No payoff. Let's
exactly.
go.
Yeah. And the fact that they put those two songs together, left
Mhm.
right came right after. It's like they know how to start the year with a bang and stuff.
Yeah.
So Shooting Star is like they were making a statement, and then left right is like their global like appeal is where they like start showing out themselves out outside of Korea,
Mhm.
into mostly like international. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let fanboy talk about left right. 'Cause-
But I just want to touch on like Shooting Star real quick. What you said, AJ, is
Mm.
so true. Like seeing the visuals for the first time. I mean, earlier I compared it to like to doing drugs, right? Like the visuals were so good, and then when you listen to the song over and over again, you listen to the message, and it's just about like putting your nose down and just like doing work, and hopefully that you like you're shooting for the stars, and like you hopefully you land somewhere where like success, right? And they just really put in the hard work and dedication, and I hope they get when they get their breaks, I hope they really take the breaks and like get to relax, because bro, they're working overtime, they really have no days off. It's so amazing. And the Shooting Star is always going to be up there for me. But what actually solidified me being a part of like the alphas and like being a part of this fandom was left, right, left, right. Once I saw those visuals and like, oh my goodness, bro. Listen, once I saw the shot with them wearing jabots, looking like mini Aaliyahs, like these little girls from Japan, bro, singing in English, talk with jabots and Air Forces and Beeps on. I'm like, holy, it just reminded me of my childhood, seeing the jabots specifically. We were poor, we couldn't afford that, but like I'm looking at them, and like it's just left right brought this feel of nostalgia over me. I'm like, wow. Wow. And they were talking about Pirelli spinning round and round. What do they know about Pirelli's whole like listening to left right just solidified my love for XG. It's like wow, what is this thing? What is this new thing? It's like just unlocked DLC in my brain. It's like I didn't even think there can be something like this. And so yeah, watching left right for the first time, I was like, mind blown.
I think
Oh, I want more.
I think Left Right has made like a lot of the top 100 2023 lists or something
Yeah,
Mhm.
specifically.
top 40 if
Top
I'm not
40, yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
Cuz
Mhm.
they charted that song and that's supposed to be the B track, like
Yeah, it's a
that's
B track.
Crazy.
that's
So yeah, it's crazy how they put those two out at the same time.
Mhm.
Right? And it's crazy. It's like I think composition wise, it's just perfect. Those two songs that they had to release both at the same time. They can't just release Shooting Star and then
Mhm.
wait for a couple months and then here's Left Right. They had to put
Both of them
like
together.
they had to drop like a whole like it was like they dropped the whole freaking bomb and the freaking
They double
let me
tapped.
see what
They
they
double
double
tapped.
tapped.
That's
They
what it
double
is.
tapped in. That's what they did. It's like we got you with this one, wait for the next one, right? Like
Boom.
Mhm.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Cause like those two songs specifically, if you think about it, like what gets you is the first line of the song
Mhm.
for both songs.
Yeah.
When
Everything I do it A1.
yeah,
Flawless.
and then you have Journey, I got what you want, I got
I
what
got
you
what.
need. It's like it just
Uh,
draws you in right from the beginning, man. And yeah,
No,
sorry, liking bucket hats again.
yeah,
yeah.
no. I have bucket hat right back here. Oh man. Left, right, man. Left,
Hmm.
right.
That
That
definitely
song
gained a lot of international like
that song
recognition.
was so good
Yeah.
that they went from just a performance video to an actual music video. Like
Yeah,
they got actual like plays off of that to like actually make a real music video for it.
yeah.
And
And
that's what you
that
I
want to
didn't
see.
music
even know
video,
that.
yeah, that music video alone was like it was just paying homage to
Yeah.
like us
It
growing up back in the TRL days,
Yeah.
freaking
the
MTV, VH1 like type of
fishbowl lens or whatever it's
visual
called.
lens, you know. So
What a good video. Oh my
It's
it
so
goodness.
was
good.
great.
And the choreo and everything in that's so good. The choreo and
Hmm.
left right is actually very satisfying. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
there's a segment of that choreo where Jury is like in the center and then she has
Hmm.
to slide in between like right next to Jurin. And
Yeah.
like there's such a high risk of them like colliding there. Like you have to have it perfect every single time. And they do it twice in that song. Like
Hmm.
I am
It's
every
just too good.
I would say that choreo and like watching the dance practice for that is like what solidified me as Alphas. Like that right there
Wow.
was like the thing. Cause like I was into XG, but like you're not like fully like in until like you have that moment, you know?
Yeah.
That was that
Yep.
moment for me.
Yeah, once you started going to the choreo and just looking at everything, all the pieces come together, it's like they
Hmm.
were checking all the boxes. You know, they're checking out like the meaning of the song, the lyrics, how it sound. Now it's like the choreo, and then
Hmm.
like the overall, it's like it's a whole set package.
Yeah.
You know, so like when you see them live, it's a performance itself. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, they're not just playing the song; they're doing the song as well. It's like
Yeah.
it's a whole act. It's a
Oh,
whole
for
Im-
act.
sure. For sure.
Imagine seeing them live. Must be nice, huh?
Bro, I'm in the same boat, except I never was like meters away from them, you know? Like
Yeah,
they were in New York,
yeah.
you're right there. They were in Japan, you were right there. Like,
I'm missing twice. Never again. 2024 redemption arc,
Yeah,
baby.
let's
it's
Got
go.
happening.
All right.
this.
We're on to new DNA. Music video, a lot of people were disappointed. Yeah. Not that it was a bad music video, it was just you yearn for more, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So what are your all's thoughts about that?
Um, when it came out, like I love Girl Gang, right? It was something crazy to me. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going for it. I love this. I love
Mhm.
this. So many reference to anime, and as an anime enjoyer,
Hmm.
it's like
Hey.
trying to call out all the references. It was too many to count for me. It was great. They even had AI in there. Like holy, like thinking about the visual effects now. Girl Gang, it was amazing. It was tremendous. It was less than 2 minutes though, right? Or is it around their
Yeah.
time?
Mhm.
It's just too short for me, and
Mhm.
I think that's like my only real knock about it. And so, for me personally, don't attack me, please, please. Also, there was a whole in the reactor sphere. There was a whole girl giving arc, right? You guys
Yeah.
remember that? Me having a as a V, I understood like they were doing like the whole ASAP thing. Like ASAP is a group from New York. They do hip hop, right?
Mhm.
And so like I read that, right? And I
Yeah.
felt proud because as an old person, I'm like, I know exactly what they're doing, what they mean by that. Like I can read, yes. But for me overall, the music video is great. Pero like it has to be S plus 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 for me. It's not X, but it's right up there for me
Mm.
because of the visuals and the song. Just the only knock that I have to give it is the music video is too short, right? And maybe because like that budget must have been crazy. For
Mm.
all
For
them
sure.
effects, it must have been crazy. So like, yeah, you're not gonna get the full verse. You're not gonna get the rapping verses. Also, when that song came out, I thought they were cursing. I thought when they said "bet you can't," I thought it
Bitch.
said no. Yeah. So I was so like when I heard the track, the full track, I was like, huh? Wait, they curse? I didn't know they can do
Yeah.
that.
Betcha.
But
They're definitely playing
yeah,
it. They're definitely playing that line.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for sure, it's not an X for me because X for me is like super iconic forever, right? And
Yeah.
Girl Gang, while Girl Gang is a moment, I don't think it competes with Shooting Star or Left Right. So S plus 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 for me.
Mm. Yeah, I wanna add up to what Fanboy said because that for me is an S plus plus as well.
That's plus 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 or plus plus.
Plus
I'm getting
plus plus
Plus
plus.
confused.
plus 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 plus
Maybe we should
plus.
just use X S S B A B C or whatever.
No, no, no.
This is
But
fine.
yeah. So Girl Gang, it came out like no one was expecting what kind of song it was gonna be. You know, they just saw like the title track and the like the artwork of it, right? So people know like people had an idea of like, oh, they're gonna go hard with this one. It's gonna be edgy,
Hmm.
right? And then when that song came out, that's exactly what caught people off guard because it was like a different side of XG that people haven't seen. You know, aside from like their Y2K left right R&B and stuff, this is the part where, you know, they go straight with the heavy bass. In there was no like percussion in that one, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was just
I don't
straight up.
think I think it was just like I don't know, man. I can't.
It was
Yeah,
just
I don't
bass.
remember. Yeah, it was just
It
bass.
was
That
just
did sound
bass.
crazy.
Yeah, and I bumped the bass up in my car and like my speakers, and that thing hit.
Mhm.
That thing made things move around my room. It's crazy. But yeah, adding on to, it's like a different type of dimension like XG is in, right? A different type of area. Um Adding on to like the full version, like when you get to see like the whole choreo and stuff, they're adding another set of skills that we haven't seen before, which is like the sign language in their songs, right?
Mhm.
And they even did it themselves. They had their own like sign ASL version of Girl Gang, and that's pretty impressive that they actually like learned how to do it from someone taught them how to um you know do sign language to do like the whole lyrics and stuff.
Mhm.
And then when you watch them do it live, it really stood out from all the music shows too.
For
In
sure.
in the music shows, like, cause like, they're like the only groups that brought out chairs and stuff, right?
Chair
And they were
choreo.
all dressed, and they were dressed up like as Go Gang, like different types of fits. The first one was like the purple like gremlin fits, and then they had like the whole like the all black fit and stuff. It was so cool. It was so cool. Like I don't think I've seen any other girl group like try to go like very like edgy and that sort of things, right? So that, I think for me personally, that shows like these girls are not really afraid of looking like intimidating at all.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
so that's why I like it.
Hear me out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Oh. Oh.
Hear me
Oh,
out.
no. Oh no, I need a shot.
I'm
No,
Wait.
no.
Oh, oh. Wait, what are you gonna do?
bringing it down to S plus plus for me. For
Okay.
me, okay. And here's why. Here's why. Short music video that cut out
Mm,
the rap part, which I thought was one of the hardest parts of the song, right?
Mhm,
Because like they got rid of like the back and forth like rapping, right?
mhm.
Not saying that like the rap lyrics were all A1, but I think for the most part they cut that out, and that was like one of my favorite parts of the song in the music video. The purple suits that they wore, I think they
Mhm.
did a live stage once with it, and they looked exhausting to like be in. So like I think they did that on purpose like once, and then
Yeah.
they're like, no, not again. And like you could definitely not do that to like in LA or like Singapore or anything like that.
Mm.
Um, but I see the points of American Sign Language. I see like the points where like there's a lot of meaning behind the song, and I think the chorus in it itself is also very good. Um, so like I can see bumping it up to S
There you
plus
go.
plus.
there. No, it's better
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like
Yeah.
I can see it being up there. I can see it being up there.
I'm glad
um,
you listened to Reason. Yes,
yeah. I
yes,
mean,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
we're reasonable people. We're Alphas community, man.
Exactly.
We're not. Next up, TGIF. I think this one is very polarizing. It's either you like it or
Mm.
you don't. It's. I feel like New DNA overall was like a lot of experimentation. They
Yeah.
definitely try to do a lot of other stuff other than just like R&B hip hop, like straight up.
Hmm.
TGIF is one of those where they experimented with other genres. So who wants to go first?
For me, I'll put this above mascara.
Above, like so, S plus or in front
S
of
plus.
mascara and S plus
In S plus.
and S plus. So like right
Yeah.
here.
Because I actually really like the song
Yeah.
because it's different. It's
Hmm.
definitely different. They hit the whole like house vibe, like the whole house electronic vibe, right?
Hmm.
And at the same time, like it does also sound like mascara at the same time. I guess like BPM wise, it's the same. And I covered that before in OGA's episode, but yeah, I kind of tested out the BPMs. It's the same. It's
Same
definitely the
BPM.
same. Yeah, you can transition those two songs together
Oh
if you
wow.
had that in the mix.
Oh
But
Wow.
yeah. Um the music video is actually amazing. I liked it. It's
yes.
there was it was very artistic. There's a lot of colors in that one for sure. Um but yeah, I think overall the song is good. I was bumping into it like when I was watching them live too, and unfortunately, there wasn't that much music show performances. There was only like, was there just one?
I don't
I
think
think there was
they
just one.
really did one because they did their first actual live show at HITC.
Yeah, they did a pre-recorded one,
Oh,
in one of the K-pop shows, but
Mm.
yeah, they went all out on that one.
yeah.
But yeah, not
I
really much I can say. There's a lot of people who are saying like, you know, it's not their favorite song, you know, because that's just not their thing. They don't like that type of like runway type of music and stuff. But I dig it.
mhm.
I dig it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a song where like it's not one I'm gonna skip in the car. Like if it popped up,
Hmm.
like it's still like actually it's still like a vibe. Peanut butter cup, you know, like
Hmm.
that's still in there.
Come on.
Like I think the bridge is both the best and worst part of the song.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Um, also like the choreo is really fun too because they like mix that with the lab, and
Hmm.
that was a lot of fun to watch them do. So definitely like it.
Yeah.
I
It was a song. Oh, sorry. It was like a song that they didn't really sing much. There wasn't that much lines if you think about it,
yeah.
because there was a
Um
lot of like they let the song ride out, the beat ride out, the instrumental ride out for the most
mhm,
part.
yeah. I actually when I like look through Spotify, it does have like the lowest streams or like
Mm,
one of the lowest streams out of the tracks. And it makes sense. Because like I said, it is a polarizing song. Not everyone's
mm,
gonna be into that style of music. Um, so it makes sense, but it's also like not a bad song either.
yeah.
So that's good. Fanboy, your music producing expertise. So let's go.
So I would put it just a tier above. I get that it's polarizing, but the music video, the visuals are just so amazing. And like as far as the choreo is concerned, they pay homage to the ballroom scenes with whacking, right? And
Hmm.
just even like the runway s choreo, right? It's those little details, right? Like growing up in New York, seeing that type of scene, not being a part of it, but like respecting that type of scene and seeing the glimpse into that world, right? And for them XG to like execute that so well, because like sometimes when people want to tap into a different scene or even pay homage to a different scene, right, the execution could be lacking sometimes, but
Mm,
they killed it. So I for me, I had to bump it. For me personally, I had to bump it up just an extra tier because I like the song, but I can't say it's one of my favorites. But for me, the execution of the video and the choreo brings it up to a different level for me. Like
mm.
it's
Hmm.
amazing. That's what makes them so amazing. Their attention to details, right? And when they do pay homage, they do it to
They give it
extraordinary
justice.
Yeah.
level. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I have seen no complaints as far as that aspect, and so definitely gets a bump up for me. And
Yeah.
that's why I like. And while you were talking, I'm like, damn, is it S plus plus plus, or is it just S plus plus? Wait, did I add extra plus? I don't know. If it's S plus plus or X plus S plus plus plus, right? But I think for me, I would shoot between the middle of what you said, AJ, and where I
Hmm.
was going to put it originally. So S plus plus for me.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's a good song. It's just gonna be one of the things where like not everyone's into that type of
Mm,
music.
Mm,
Because like house music
for
is like a
sure.
vibe, you know, like it's
Yeah.
you got to be in that mindset to like listen to it and stuff. The other thing is like the music video is actually really good.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's actually really good.
It's really
And
good.
actually, low key, some part of me like because the song isn't as popular, like this is like a toxic mindset. Don't do this, okay? Don't do this. Maybe they should have pushed some of that budget to Girl Gang. Is what I'm trying to say. But don't
Uh,
do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Yeah, that's the thing. When that song came out, when TGIF came out, right? I didn't appreciate the song more until the music video came out because
Yeah.
I didn't get to see most of. I think when it comes to that's what they keep telling you, like, oh, listen to the song first and then watch the music video,
Mhm.
because it'll make you appreciate, it'll make you focus on the song first, and then their visuals, their like direction of art, where they're trying to achieve with the song, like visually. And yeah, after watching the music video, I started appreciating it even more because I kind of see like they have like a vision, you know, they have that alien type of vibe. Like, oh, okay, this is where that sound is coming from, and this is how they're translating it into like, you know, to our eyes more than our ears.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think TGIF was the first song that I listened to before the video came out.
Mhm.
Maybe no, actually, maybe it might have been Girl Gang, but it was one of those where like I was listening to the song first and then watching the video, and the video gave me more appreciation for the song.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I agree with S plus plus on that. Next up, the late summer bop, um, New Dance. Where we want to put this?
Like fanboy.
Yeah, I'll go. So I don't know. This might be a shock to people, but I when I first heard New Dance, right, the thing that was a bit jarring for me is like the guitar riffs in there.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't my jam, if I'm being totally honest. But the song itself is so catchy. I just learned a new dance, new dance.
Mm-hmm.
During my streams, just playing like Apex, I just find myself like saying that, and like I I infected my viewers. Like they started saying that too. They don't even know XG, and like for that, I like the alternative video better
Mm.
than the original,
The
like
original,
the
the multiverse.
multiverse. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I like that video better. So is that being taken into consideration as well?
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
thing though. New Dance has 2 videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
None of these other songs have 2 videos.
and I think
Like they have like live versions and stuff, but like
yeah.
they
Yeah.
all kind of do too.
I think yeah. You can go on.
Oh no.
Sorry.
So for me, taking the multiverse video, and because the other one was way better than the first one. I wonder which one got shot first, honestly, because it seems like the one that debuted like the official music video was like shot second as far because it was pretty much. At least towards the beginning, after the end, they went to that different place or whatever that looked more cooler. But it
Mm-hmm.
seemed like it was just shot on like normal locations, normal for XG as far as like what they do is as in with their music videos. So, but like taking in the multiverse video in mind and the overall song, I put it at S plus plus next to TGIF.
Next to
Mm.
TGIF. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I
before
agree. I agree with
TGIF
that.
or after?
I like TGIF better,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with what he said. It's a really good song. It's a fun song. Like when I
Yeah,
first heard like the guitar riff, right? And like the whole seeing the music video. I watched the music video alongside listening to the song the first time. I don't think I listened to it. No, I didn't listen to it before watching the music video. I watched and listened to it at the same time. And I was pretty much overwhelmed because I didn't know what to focus on, right? But this one was more of a lighter type of music video because it just shows them having fun. They're in Okinawa, right?
Mhm.
And it was a straight summer vibe, and it wasn't that they didn't really go too hard in the budget on like transitions and going crazy with the effects, right? They only had like those little teleporting bubbles and stuff. But it showed a lot of fun they're having with the song. But when it comes to the multiverse version, it's like you kind of get what the song means because it shows like, oh, they're in a trance, they're learning something new from them being aliens, coming to Earth, and they're like learning something. You're learning a new dance. You don't
Mhm.
really see that in the first video. They're just having
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So it adds more appreciation to the song that we have two music videos. But yeah, I really liked it. It kicks off with Chisa and Juria singing, and then Jurin comes in, then Maya does her fast raps again, and then I think this is the song where Kokona starts showing off her
Singing.
her vocals.
Oh, yeah, I was so shocked when I
Yeah,
heard that.
and when
Turn
yeah.
up the music now. Come on.
Yeah, when she sings her part, it was so smooth, like because of the low tone that she has. She's like really smooth with it. And then you have Harvey, you got to do it what they do and the other stuff, right? It's so cool. Like that bridge part is what gets me all the time. I think that's what I would put that above TGIF. It's the bridge,
So you're
that
putting it
part of the song.
above TGIF.
Yeah, because I think it just has a better bridge
Okay.
for the
All
most
right.
part.
All right. Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Uh-oh.
Hear
Uh-oh.
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm putting it up to S plus plus in front of Girl Gang.
In front.
In front. Because
Hmm.
one, like AJ said, Kokona singing. It was the first song where Kokona was singing and you actually got to like and it was like really good too. On top of that, pop, pop, pop. Harvey
Oh
had
yeah.
the best part in that song, in my opinion. And then Hinata also had a decent amount of lines in it as well. Uh,
Mhm.
Both Jurin and Maya's raps were really, really good, and they had like multiple bars to them. Yeah, I feel like Girl Gang TGIF, like they weren't longer raps. Jurin had like a good flow, and then Maya fast rap was like really good too. Um, yeah, no. And then like they got to technically these are two vacations they got to go on throughout the year. So I
Mhm.
appreciate that as well. So
Yeah. What an argument. Super convinced. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing
are we
is like when they release these songs, it's funny because New Dance came out like when summer's about to end.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It
the
could have
only
been.
negative part of the thing is
and
like
then
it
and
was at the
then
end of
yeah.
summer. And then even
Yeah,
the multiverse was like, oh, it's like fall.
yeah. But
Oh.
they also came out with Winter Without You, which is also the end of,
Yeah.
like, near the end of December. But that being said, the way they do their songs is like you can still listen to them even after like the
Mhm.
season ends.
Yeah.
That's how good this song is. Like there are songs where like, oh, it's only good if you listen to like, at this certain time, but you can just I'm still listening to Winter Without You,
Me too.
Same, same.
Yeah, it's so good. But we'll come back to that one. But yeah,
Yeah.
New Dance, it's the same exact vibe. It's like if I want to feel like it's summer, I'll just listen to that song.
Mhm. For sure. I also
Yeah.
think it's like very catchy, and there's like a point where like we just all just kept saying, "I just learned a new dance," over and over
Mhm.
again,
Right.
and the catchiness like I think worked really well. Both that and Girl Gang had like really like workflow hustle game versus like
Mhm.
I just learned a new dance. I think they were like very very catchy.
Yeah.
Um, so next up, Puppet Show. This is the
Yeah.
title track. This one, obviously some people saw some controversy with it, with like the lyrics and stuff. I think it's great. I think
Mhm.
it's awesome. Uh, the choreo is also really good. The sets are really good. It is definitely title track budget in the song, right?
Mhm.
What do you guys think?
For me, if I were to put in a tier list, I would put this at S plus plus,
Okay.
on top of ahead of TGIF.
Okay.
Yeah. I really like so I used to think that this was like their third best song,
Hmm.
and then there's like other songs that came that came after that, and I'm like, dang, it's kind of hard to put everything on top, right? But
Hmm.
this song is really cool. I love like the type of instrumentals they went into this one. It's very what was it? It's not two step, right? It's like more of
Was it a Jersey? I don't know what the thing
people
It
is.
was
say
a
people say
Jersey
it's like
club. Yeah.
Jersey, yeah, but it's not Jersey Club. Also, it's like more
Yeah.
like UK garage. Like it's like
It has a bounce to it, a certain
it has a
bounce to it.
bounce to it,
Yeah.
right? And
Okay.
I really dig that part. And I think the highlight for me in that song was Jesus vocals and the bridge part, and
Hmm.
Juria's like following after that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And then the choreo wise, this is the only song that Sienna didn't have her hands into. It was Keo Tuden and like two other people, and they killed the choreo too. It was amazing,
Hmm.
especially like Hinata did her part.
Yeah.
She was a puppet master in that one. Don't
Yeah.
forget that. Yeah, music videos, the visuals, the song, the lyrics. It was nice. I really liked it.
What do you think, fanboy?
Uh, I think this overall, just overall package of Puppet Show. I remember when listening to the song, it felt so refreshing to me. That bounce really got me, right? And then
Hmm.
seeing the music video is amazing. I don't know why that zipper guy, that dude that tried to jump before them, he didn't have to. R.I.P. to my dog, bro. Like, why they do him like that, bro? He like blew up. It was cool, but like,
Yeah.
does anybody think about him at the end of the day? No, because welcome to the puppet show, baby. We're playing like the plastic dolls. He was a plastic doll. Oh no. But overall, I can agree with S plus plus. I was gonna put it at S triple plus because I like this song better than a new dance, but not better than Girl Gang, right? But I could be fine. I can be swayed for S plus plus, right? But I
Mhm.
really in the music video specifically, right? Beautiful visuals, but when they climbed that big tower thing and they were on top of that dancing,
Mhm.
it hit the nostalgia for me. For Backstreet Boys, you
That's
remember
what I was
that?
saying. Yeah, they're all wearing all white and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What song was that? Quit playing games with my heart. No, 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 no. It was that Instant? No, I want it that way. I want it
I
that
want it
way.
that way. I want it
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like it gets extra points for me, an extra plus just
Yeah.
for that scene, and it's just in the spirit of XG. They always do things. It's like they hide little Easter eggs, or the way that they pay homage is so good. So the song is super refreshing, especially after New Dance for me. And then the visuals, like you guys said, they spent title track budget on the video, and
Hmm.
I loved it. I loved it. So that's why it gets an extra plus for me on my end.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to add that there was a lot of symbolism in that video.
Yeah.
So
For
when you were questioning like, oh, who's this guy? Who's Mask Guy, right?
sure.
There was a lot of theories of like, like why certain people are like that. They look like they're puppets, and there's one person that just runs off and just goes straight to the beam. People saying that, oh, this is like, oh, that person was the person that was sacrificing himself for the other girls to,
Be
take the
able
leap,
to,
take
yeah.
the leap too. So like people saying, oh, that's Simon. He's the one who's like, taking the first step, and then the girls follow themselves up, and they just reach ascension to where they were in that
Damn,
tower.
that's deep.
It can go
Yeah.
deep like
No,
that, It's
this
like,
song has a lot
yeah,
of different meanings that you like. There's so many like YouTube comments I've gone through, like
yeah,
even like Reddit posts and stuff. It's a
yeah,
pretty deep song for like lyrically. Like you can take it so
yeah,
many different ways. Yeah.
Excuse
yeah.
me, hand raised. Is there there's an actually Reddit? Can somebody send me a link?
It's just r/xcalx.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a redditor, so I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I don't know. I've only been on it twice.
Yeah. You can ask around the Discord. There's a lot of experts
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. No.
That's so awesome to hear that take
Yeah, but
on that
at
in
the
the
same
video.
time, there's a lot of interpretations, right? So
Mhm.
it's good because people are like seeing things in different ways, and
It
it
also
can all be
means that
true.
they're listening to the lyrics. It's not
Yeah,
just like
Yeah.
like some people, sometimes you just have a song on and you're just listening to like the instrumentals or whatever and not really listen to the lyrics. And you go back, it's like, oh, the lyrics were kind of messed up. Um, it's not one of those, you
Mhm.
know.
most of hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would say I would peg it down to here. I do think it's S plus 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 because of the budget and everything.
Mhm.
Um, I do think like the style of music isn't for me. I think the lyrics are great. There's one part of the music video that I actually didn't like, and that was actually when they made the leap, and like it was like Maya up front because they cut off the bottom part of her, and like the dance move was at the bottom, like it was her feet, and that was like the actual like fun part I thought of like the dance move.
Mhm.
Because it's in a dance practice, and I actually watched the dance practice a lot, and I was like, "Yo, that's fire!" But then like I watched the video, and it's like, "Oh, it's just like
Where is it?
here." Yeah, where is it?
Yeah.
Like, because like I tried to do it and I stumbled and fell, but like that's not the point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think it's a great song. I think it's definitely up there. Ugh, not girl giving.
Ogring.
Got him, got
Got
him,
him,
coach.
Got
got him. Girl gang. I felt like had the makings of a title track to me. It was just too short, and then the music video was short also. Um, but out of all those three, I think New DNA, like just looking at it, was a pretty successful album. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Oh
if you haven't seen it yet, then for Puppet Show, like watch the Studio Tune performance. It's
yeah,
amazing.
it's so
I
good.
That choreo took it to a whole different like feel.
Yeah,
gotta watch that.
Yeah. In 4K.
in
Watch in
4K.
4K.
For sure.
You'll
Yeah.
see
You
Chisa's
see him.
little head thing about to fall off like three different times.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
All right, next up, Hesenoo plus XGene, the video version.
Mm.
Who wants to go first? This one
I'll
came
go
out
Uh,
first.
way later. Hesenoo, like that a little bit came out, early on, but The
Yeah.
full like XGene performance with it came out way later. There's no true
Yeah.
like music video. It's just a full on performance. A lot of interpretive dancing, etc., and a lot of hip hop dancing. So, what do you
I
guys
think
think?
for me, if you're looking at both songs as a whole, I think it's S plus
Three, three,
because
three,
three
three
three.
pluses. Okay.
Yeah, I would actually put that above. I mean, it's kind of different from my list, but if I'm looking at your list, I would put that above Puppet Show.
Puppet show. Okay.
Yeah, just because like if people want to know what XG is, that's like that's the blueprint right there.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
the
literally the
intro.
blueprint right there. You show them that video, it's like, oh, what type of group is this? Well, let me show you. Play that video. You starts out with like the artistic, like it comes about the symbolism of them being born and stuff with the music just going smooth out, and then it brings you to like that type of theatrical like feel of where they're going to, and then they just hit you with that heavy like rap part, and then all the girls are doing the bars, they're doing the choreos, and then the vocal starts coming in, and that's XG.
Mm-hmm.
That is like their DNA basically. That all showcased in less than like 3 minutes. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
not showing them left, right, and shooting star, you show them that, and
Yeah, for sure.
that can explain what XG is.
All right, fanboy. You got any thoughts?
I'm just okay. So I recently just watched their showcase performance of this.
Yeah.
Holy, it's so amazing. Uh
Remember
to
that
Adrian's point,
was without the choreo.
but still, like I'm putting all those videos together, right? Because I think they
Mm,
embody both tracks together, right?
yeah.
Seeing them being born together, it just show how cohesive they are, right? With Hasano, and then they're blindfolded, right? And then they come to hit the choreo blindfolded. They take off their blindfolds and then they get into it. It's
Yeah.
amazing. When I first played New DNA, I'm like, oh, this is a cool intro, and then it goes into X Gene. Who would have thought they would have tried to do like a NY drill song? Like, holy shit! Like my mind was completely blown. They killed it, and then the vocals came in at the end. It's like, take me to the other side of life because I died. I died. That's like my second time dying, and maybe the third. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I can't keep up now. But like, man, what a wonderful way to start a project, right? And it just shows how versatile they are with the choreography as well with the raps and the vocals, the total package of the visuals as well. They are
Hmm.
so in sync. And I think that was the whole like point of like those two, right? To just show like what they're about and show how like they are as a unit, like they are together no matter what. And it's so cool to see it. I totally agree with this tier. I was gonna put it above Girl Gang, honestly, because
Hmm.
like, eh,
Yeah, I'll put it
it,
above Go Again too,
it's
and
just so
and New
good.
Dance probably.
Hey, listen, no complaints from me here. Like, it's so good. I never thought they would come out with a track like that, like
Yeah.
actually specifically. Like, oh my goodness,
Yeah. I think
I was so surprised.
when I first saw their performance video, it reminded me of like their very first like Move One performance of
Mm,
them just doing like just straight up choreography, right? So it was like it felt like that type of vibe because when you're watching them do X Gene, it was like, okay, these girls are just they're a dance group. These girls are like they're moving as like a team. At the
yeah,
same time, they can rap and sing, and it's
the
like
total package.
they're a total package, and I think that's what identifies themselves as what X pop is basically.
Hmm.
You
For
know,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably my favorite tracks on New DNA. Uh, both of them in combination. I've also found that with Hesenoo, you can put that in front of any of the songs and it flows pretty well. I don't know why, but it just seems you can put it in front of Mascara, you can put it in front of Tippy Toes. It's just like it's so cool. Um,
Yeah,
but it's not like supposed to be like actual track. It is
yeah.
just kind of like artistic.
Hmm.
Um, X Gene is really really good. and a lot of people have the sentiment that it needs to be longer. I think it's perfectly fine at the length it's at because it's the second song after like the intro, and it's
Mhm.
just to kind of introduce people to XG. Like this is what
Yeah.
we're all about, right? So it serves that purpose. It does like everything it needs to do, and it hits hard enough that like you are invested.
Mhm.
Um, the other thing is like the choreo in like the actual performance video is straight fire. Like
Yeah.
it like hits really hard. There's a part where like you know Jurin takes off her blindfold, throws it down, and then Jury I think put like throws hers up, and then Jurin catches it.
Oh,
It,
so
it's
good.
so it's so it's so smooth. Like it's hard to notice. Like you think she's like throwing her own blindfold up, but it's not. It's like I think Juria like does it so fast that like you don't even see it or something. I think it's
Mhm.
Juria. Like someone fact check me. Um, but that part is really hard, and then like a lot of like the kicking choreo in that is like very intensive. So
Mhm.
like that's also really good. The end send off part is like also really fun too. So I agree with it being like in front of New Dance and Girl Gang and even Puppet Show, honestly. Um, yeah. All right. Before we get to the last song, man, we're almost there. Do we want to rearrange any of these? Are we satisfied with the ranking so far?
I'm good because this is like a collective type
Yeah,
of
Mm.
effort. My list
I'm
looks
fine.
different, but I'm cool with this one.
Wait, how? What's your?
Yeah.
I
What's
want
yours? What's
to.
yours? What's yours?
I still put mascara as S. S plus is TGIF, Tippy Toes. S plus plus. You don't arrange it.
No, I'm just trying to
S
like
oh,
visualize it. You know.
oh S plus plus is Public Show and New Dance. S S plus plus is Hesenoo XGENE, Girl Gang, and actually I'll put Winter Value above Girl Gang, but
But we haven't gotten there
yeah.
yet.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet.
Okay. All right.
So it's still somewhat similar, but that's my take.
All right. Last. All right, fanboy, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm
Okay.
great.
Okay. Last song, "Winter Without Me." Hear me out.
Oh no.
Hear me out.
Here's the fight. Here it is. All
There
right.
it
Hear me
is.
out.
This is the fifth time you said that.
Oh, not a fight at all. Okay, okay. I thought you were gonna
Okay.
say something. We
Hear
are
me
in
out.
accordance.
Hear me out. This song brings it back to R&B. The only like negative thing to I see to this song is that it is a Christmas inspired song. So a lot of people think it gets gated by like the season,
Mhm.
but I think overall it's a well structured song. It's got a lot of vocals, a lot of vocals, and then you see that in like the first take, it's live, all that stuff, all that put together, like you get to see like probably one of the best showcases of each of the members. Um, and on top of that, it's also like a really fun to listen to song, right?
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, AJ, like you can listen to this in the summer and it's still
Yeah.
like it still feels right, you know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I really really like Winter Without You. It's in my top three for sure, my personal top three. What do you guys have to say?
I totally agree. Hello, I thought you were gonna put it somewhere else. I'm like, no, 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 sir. No, no, no. I don't care if it's your opinion. You're wrong. Winter Without You is amazing. It brought me back to like how I fell in love with XG in the first place. It gave me shooting star vibes. It definitely gave me left right vibes. And it's just an amazing track all in all. Listen, I'm listening to it now. I'm listening to it in April. It's gonna be Christmas in July. With the Winter Without You is gonna be played all year round. Holy, like it's just an absolute banger of a track, and it deserves the X tier for me. Like the ending,
Hmm.
bro, the individual
Yeah.
fade out in the end. Come on, it ain't Christmas without you. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't sing it, but like it makes me want to sing, bro. Like every time I did the reaction, I'm like, yo, you have to shut up. You have to let them sing. You can't do what they do. They're so
Yeah.
amazing. And the I think the music video itself is simplistic in a way that you can just focus on them and what they're
Hmm.
singing and like
Hmm.
the raps, and so it's just perfect for me. Just perfect. You ever seen those memes where it's just different people saying it's magnifique, bro? It's just perfect. Everything about it. I love Winter Without You. Definitely X tier for me. And AJ, why don't you take it away with your hater comments? Let's go.
Wait, I didn't name anything. No, I'm saying like they solidify that song as a holiday classic
Mm,
and beyond that, right? So it's like this puts to rest on everyone saying that they can't sing.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like, come on, like if you don't believe it, just listen to it. There's three different versions of the song. You know, you can listen to the studio version, the one that's straight up vocals, and then there's one that's with a band. Like, choose one and tell me which one's better because you're gonna have trouble finding
Hmm.
which one's better, right?
Yeah.
Personally, if I were to choose between the three, I like the first take a lot because it's just straight up focus on the vocals.
Hmm.
I think the It's Live is really good too. I would love to hear that live as well. But at the same time, like that platform itself is very known for having a really good band that kind of outshines like the artist. But these
Ooh.
girls, they killed it with
With
the
the
band
band.
too. Yeah. So there's different versions, but I really like the first take one because it focuses on their vocals for the most part. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's up there with at the tier X level because it just shows like their size, like all of their strengths. If you're telling them to hone all their powers into their vocals, they'll show you that. You know, they can go all out in their choreo, you know, with a move video, you know, or they can go all out in a cipher, you know. But
Yeah.
this is their like vocal track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no choreo in this.
it's no choreo.
There's no choreo.
They don't need it. They
Yeah.
don't need it
I'm
because
just
They
they
don't
saying,
need
like,
need it.
there's
everything else.
no
Yeah.
choreo. And,
Yeah,
like, that's still, like, pretty much, like, a shot at, like, all the people saying that, like, oh, they're a choreo group that can't really sing or whatever. Or, like, you know, they focus so much on choreo that, like, their live isn't that good or whatever. Like, because I've heard those comments. But at the same time, like, if you take away the choreo, they're, like, really good. You
yeah,
know, like, yeah, like choreo's hard. Like you're tired. You're like having to control your breathing and everything a different way than just like straight up singing.
yeah.
Right. I
So
think they take elements, and because I think Usher is one of their big inspirations as well, and it's kind of like Usher, right? Like Usher is known for dancing, right, in a respect, but this man is can sing as well, and I think XG taps into that, right? And I think
mm,
Winter Without You is a perfect display. It's like they don't need to dance all the time; they definitely can bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it twisted, but they
yeah,
can sing as well and rap and like be smooth and like R&B it out, and that's what they did with Winter Without You. That's why when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, instantly top three for me, instantly. It was like
yeah.
a no-brainer. It just clicked. Sorry, AJ, I thought you were gonna say something other than X tier. That's why I was like, oh no, oh
No,
no.
no, no. I think the fact that that song was made within that year too. It
Mm-hmm.
was that song
Right.
was made in
But
L.A.
that's like
and
well like S everything S plus plus and up is in the last year. Like
yeah,
2023.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that song was made like in L.A. and you know it was like I don't know if they were actually planning to make that song, you know, but seeing how that song was made when Simon was working with Chancellor and the other writers and stuff and all the other producers, it's like it's genius, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
genius. Like the way they layer the songs out on how to have the girls, each of the girls showcase their vocals and have them work together to create this perfect sound in unison all together. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like ear candy. It's crazy.
For sure.
Amazing.
It's
I,
crazy when you have like producers making the songs for them and then having the girls actually execute it
oh
like
yeah, for sure.
flawlessly. It's like it's not like the girls they made the song themselves. It's like also behind the scenes. So when you started appreciating like, oh, who is the best group that can sing this? Like it's
Yeah.
actually like
Have you
yeah.
seen like the actual like people who wrote the song? Like because I follow them on, not follow them, but like I went on like a rabbit hole on Instagram and like try to see like what else they've done. Um, a lot of them, like one of them was like I think a Mexican American woman, Paulina or something.
Mm,
She's been part of like a lot of different K-pop songs too, like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
um different ones. I think she like worked on some with Seraphim songs too. There's like
Mm-hmm.
a Japanese producer on the track as well, not Chancellor or Simon, but like
Yeah.
all of them have like a big foot, not just in like K-pop too, but like in the American music industry. Like it's pretty wild to for like XG to like have like a little piece of that too.
Yeah.
Um, because it's like a lot of people think like at XG it's like Simon Chancellor like everything, right?
Mm.
But it's like they got like people everywhere like helping them out, write music. Girls get to perform it. They do a really good job performing it too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
I
that's that respect makes them like international. They're
mhm.
not just saying they're an international girl group because they go over all over the world. It's just like they're bringing in bits and pieces from everywhere across the globe.
Yeah.
I think that's the differentiating factor. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
X factor, huh? Huh?
Yeah,
No.
X to the X to the X.
Yeah. But yeah, X tier.
Yeah. No,
It's up there.
I think it was also like a cherry on top at the end of the year as
Oh yeah,
well.
end of the year. That's like a perfect gift to us. Like
No, it was mm,
you think, yeah.
so good.
Imagine like ending the year without that song.
Yeah, no.
Like,
We thought we were done.
yeah.
um but yeah, let's I think this is a good list.
Yeah.
For those of you in the comments who made it this far, we've done this for an hour. Oh shit.
Shush.
We've done this for an hour.